All right, welcome back to another episode of Rivals on the Pitch podcast, a Premier League podcast where we cover all Premier League teams and Tottenham. So welcome back. Glad to have you. We have some Champions League to cover. We have the last couple games. So how many games? Five left? Six games.
Trust me, I'm counting every single one of them.
Six games. There's a lot of points to pick up. A lot of outcomes. Nothing has been decided. No title, no top four, no top 6 or 7, no bottom 3. Nothing has been decided yet. Everything is still up for grabs with 6 games to go. So we're gonna dive in to the last week's games. We're gonna dive into next week's games, and we'll see how it works out. I'm Pat,
and I'm Alan.
All right.
Trying to get this lighting right so I can get lamp is brighter than Tottenham's future right now.
So, yeah, it was not a pleasant weekend for either of us.
That's right.
Yeah, no scores. Our scores everywhere else, not in our favor, unfortunately. And it started on Friday with what was that?
West Ham. Wolves.
West Ham Wolves. The Wolves, they could have done something, you know?
Yeah, that's why they're getting relegated.
They're like new year, new Wolves. But you know, they couldn't pull one out this time. You know.
I was hoping for it.
I thought me too. I thought they would say, "We're going down, we're taking you down with us."
Exactly.
But nope, they're leaving it up to somebody else to decide the future of whoever is not them or Burnley. And West Ham, I don't even know what to think because we don't talk about them enough. You know, they have decent players. They have Souček, which I believe if they stay up, I think they'll keep him. But I think there'll be teams trying to go for him. I could see Aston Villa picking up someone like him if they don't keep the likes of Sancho, or they had like Rashford in their books and stuff. So
with Souček.
No, sorry. What's the winger?
Oh, Somerville.
No, the other one.
Bowen.
Bowen, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can see that.
I mean,
I think
Somerville
Souček,
too, but
yeah. He's young and he's coming off of injury, but he's kind of showing now what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, he's a great winger, very energetic. I think he could do well in the likes of a top 6 team. Probably get a little less playing time, but someone who could probably bench, some of the current not informed wingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see him starting at Manchester United over Amad Diallo, for example. Hasn't had a great second half of the season.
Someone that would challenge someone for their position, create that competition for each position, where they say what competition breeds champions.
Yeah, I mean, at Tottenham, he would be starting at Tottenham, I think.
Somerville?
Yeah. On that left-hand side, maybe?
I think so, because Mateus Tell isn't a true left winger. He's more of a center forward. Right. We had Odegaard on the left, but he's injured. So, I mean, he would have been, him and Odegaard would have been the ones battling it for if everybody was healthy. Because I think our left wing was something we should have been addressing in the summer, but we never did. And I think Mikey Moore is in that position too, but he can, like I said, Somerville fits in that mix where he could have battled it for that position. Yeah. I want to say I've seen him on the right too.
Yeah.
Which would have been very helpful for us.
Yeah, I mean, he's a speedy player, very technical. He's got finishing in him. And we'll see. Like I said, if they go down, he's going to get picked up. If they stay, we'll see. I mean, I don't think that they would let...
No.
I could see him or Bowen going, one or the other, at least. But yeah, They're not doing great, and with Paquetá having been out of the picture now, it's it's a struggle bus for West Ham, but they're battling it out. They're
Every game.
yeah. So we'll see, but where they end up. But uh, Mavropanos, the Greek center back, previously Arsenal, did us two nice little favors there. The last week, he scored the goal against City and saved the last minute shot that was going to be on target by Haaland, took it right in the face. Um, and then this past weekend, he he scores on Wolves from another
What is that a favor
cross.
for? Who is that a favor for?
Or it's just funny at this point,
Mm,
you're not making it
okay.
easy on Tottenham. We
All
saved you
right.
guys last year by beating, what was it, Luton? Who was it? We
Now let me
saved you
download
guys.
that
We,
a
we
bit.
relegated a team
No,
basically.
we last season we had it in the bag. It was never this
Oh
close.
yeah,
So
okay.
that's like when you go wash the dishes and someone says, "Thank you for washing the dishes," and you're like, "Yeah, you're welcome," even though that was your plan to begin with.
But I'll say this.
But if you don't wash the dishes and someone says, please wash the dishes," then you're like, "No, I'm not gonna wash these damn dishes now that you brought it up."
But yeah. So we'll see where West Ham end up. They're obviously in the mix. I think we mentioned before, Wolves and Burnley are already they're cooked.
Yeah, they're completely dependent on other teams. I think at this point, which I mean, given how the season's going, might be the best opportunity. This might be the best season to rely on other teams right now because we're definitely doing people favors. So
Yep.
that's not
Um, but yeah, so then we move on to Saturday, Arsenal against Bournemouth.
Ooh.
And
Speaking of favors,
I've
the
read the story before somewhere. I feel like I've lived this before already. You know
what's
what I
that?
mean? The Bournemouth train always coming to town.
Mm. Alex Scott, the guy that scored the game winner,
Yeah,
he's a Tottenham supporter.
I saw. I saw.
Ah, small victories, baby. Hey, we'll take it.
Hey, listen. Like I said, Mavropanos, previous Arsenal, did
We're
something
past.
funny,
We're
and
past
now we
that
now
game.
we get now we get it in return, and
That's
it's
true.
not fun. But um, yeah, you know what? This was a tough game. I think Arsenal, since coming back from the break, we lost the final to City. We we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Then we go into Sporting, and we rally back for a 1-0 in the last minute. I thought that would be enough to motivate the team to go and get it. And, it shows that, you know, maybe I don't want to say we got lucky because, the way Arsenal play is, and I've said it before. I mean, we had the nice football a couple of years in a row already. Saka in form. Odegaard was, one of the best midfielders in the league like 2 years ago. And we had nothing to show for it. This year, it's been a little slow. There's a little less risk, but we're getting the 3 points. And
Yeah.
I think when your players are not in form, and as much as I said, the depth was much better this season, to have to rely on a lot of your B squad, I think definitely goes to show how crucial those first team players are. Yuri and Timber out, Calafiori out, Saka out, Eze and Odegaard out. Um, it's really made a bigger impact than I thought it would, and I think those players, maybe as good as they have been for the past few seasons, they haven't had enough play time to to keep that top form.
Mhm.
Um, Ben White really cost us the last couple games, and he was such a star figure for Arsenal the past couple of years before Jurgen Timber came. Even in Jurgen Timber's first season, he got injured, and Ben White stepped up, and it's like, he was right up there. Um, and the depth it was enough to get us through some games, but when you're missing so many players, it definitely makes a big difference. And the only thing I could say is all these losses could have been worse if we didn't have the depth. because when you think about it, the last season when we had all these injuries, we were playing players out of position. I mean, Mikel Merino, striker. We had center backs
Yeah.
playing on right backs. We had Thomas Partey playing in center back, and it was all over the place. So, we had Kieran Tierney, who we had to recall from loan, who wasn't in the plans for the future, and
I
he was playing
forgot
as a
about him.
winger. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, we've recovered, but we're still missing that notch there where it's like it's hard to compete against a team who can spend as much as they want on a winter
Yeah.
season and in a summer season.
I don't want to
Um,
hear that.
and it's not an excuse, but I'm just saying it makes it
Yeah.
hard. You know what I mean? It makes it hard, and it goes to show why these leagues like the Bundesliga, Bayern, who win everything, so they have the budget to compete for European
Yeah.
trophy every single season. Goes to show why it makes it so easy for them to walk the league in their country every year.
I think we had talked about that a few episodes ago, where it was like you're playing these one team leagues to the point that, I mean, not saying that the league is a breeze for Bayern or for PSG or for, Real or Barcelona. But I'm sure they have an easier it's easier to manage players in those leagues because of physicality is not there, like it's not as competitive. So when it comes to European football, it's like, okay, now we can go all out. Like give it all you got because uh
And
but
that's the competition too, because the league is not as maybe not as competitive. Um, they can get some of the best players in the world because they're
yeah,
always going to be guaranteed Champions League, so they're
exactly.
always going to have some of the
It's
best
attractive, yeah,
players.
exactly.
Yeah, they're always going to play Champions League. You know what I mean? Not only
But
do they almost win the league almost every year, but they're never going to be out of that top three.
so I did have a few questions about not about this game.
Yeah,
So but first I wanted to point something out that I realized this season is when you're in the title race, it doesn't matter how ugly you play as long as you get those wins, right?
yeah,
It's like whatever crosses that line, right? And then when you're at the bottom of the league, it doesn't matter how pretty you play either.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
whatever gets you across that line to stay safe. And it's like, you know what? Kind of have to appreciate being in that middle of the table. Well, not middle of the table, but just
Yeah,
in a zone where you can perfect your craft. You can stay there, play nice football, like you shouldn't be playing Frank ball, when you're in fifth, sixth, seventh position. Like go out there and play some good football. But I've noticed that when you're at the top of the table or at the bottom of the table, it doesn't matter how the football comes. It's like you just
yeah.
get the win. And I think that's kind of funny how that works. But for this game, sorry, did I interrupt?
No, no, go ahead.
I feel like this game was very not overhyped. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it was more of like a do or die game, which I never really understood for Arsenal. But why is that? Did you feel like this is a do or die or just like a pivotal moment that could alter the course of the season? Because I feel like it was just a game that, I mean, I know City's close, but there's still a little bit of it's still in your hands, you know?
So here's where it goes to show how pivotal this game really was. For one, there's a few teams that I feel like always kind of get us right. Uh, Villa is one of them. Villa kind of tend to have
Yeah.
something that just always, uh, they're able to beat us. Brighton is another one. And that game that we played against them before that was pretty tough. I think we got away with a 1-0 win. And Bournemouth is another team. Tactically, I think these are teams that press really well when they
Yeah.
don't have the ball, and I think Bournemouth is probably the best team at it. They weren't going to let us play out of the back, and for moments in the game, I thought, we're playing pretty well out of this press, but without having a player like Odegaard, we weren't able to get the ball forward to the other
Yeah.
side of the pitch
Progressive
as much.
forward.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Zubimendi's form has dropped a little bit, and like I said it before, this is his first season, so I didn't expect him to exceed. And I think the first half of the season was brilliant. Second half, not so much. I think we're missing someone who can carry that ball. And without Eze, without Odegaard, we were missing that player that's kind of willing to take the ball and take it up the pitch.
The playmaker, yeah.
Yeah.
That connects the guy that connects all the dots.
So this is an important game because this is a team that could beat us tactically if we weren't at our top level. And as we mentioned, we had a couple missing first team players. But the important reason why this had to be a must-win game was because the gap was 9 points before the kick of the ball, right?
Yeah.
Before the kick of the ball at 9 points. Because we lost, the gap stayed at 9 points. However, City win their game later on this weekend, which makes the gap 6 points, right?
Right.
They have a game in hand.
Yep.
So if they win that game, that makes it 3 points.
And then you guys play.
And then we have to play each other. So if they beat us at the Etihad, then we're even on points without us having won this game. If we had won this game, there still would have been 3 points. And, we go into the Etihad with a 3-point lead, win or lose, which is big. You know what I mean? Then it's just, all right, we're through that, probably the toughest game of the season. And then it probably would relieve some of that pressure. But now that I feel like that pressure is now triple because now every game is a must win because you didn't win the one game that was probably a must win.
Right.
If we beat Bournemouth, I think we'll go a little calmer into the rest of the season. But because we didn't, that's how pivotal that game turned out to be after we lost.
So you have City, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, and then I can't see the last team.
We might let West Ham win, though. I don't know.
I was going to say, points. What if we're...
You want us to save you again?
What would you take? Would you take? Well, I think I know what you would say. So this is a pretty easy question, but
yeah.
Would you lose to West Ham so that Tottenham get relegated, or would you beat West Ham to get the title?
Nah, title or bust. I think in the opposite way too. I know I have a lot of videos I've gone around online and people asking Tottenham fans like, would you get relegated if it means that Arsenal lose the title? And a lot of people probably on the video say, yeah, we'll get relegated, we'll come back up, we'll win it, whatever. The reality is, I think those are probably the parts of the video that they recorded that they, just to grab people's title. But at the end of the day, people who are really passionate about the clubs that they follow, no other team is really gonna.
You have your rivals, but it's like
your team is always gonna come first. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like if I would take a title, if it means that Tottenham also win a title, like I don't really, it doesn't affect. I want to win something. You know what I mean? Regardless.
About that one. Well, no, we already have one, so yeah. I guess you guys are desperate for one.
But yeah, no. But you know what I was gonna mention, and if you want to compare, because you said at both ends of the table, all games become must wins, right? But I was gonna say how scary it's scary now for Arsenal fans to be in this position because we know what City is like in the second half stretch of the season. They know on the broadcast they compared April being Arteta's worst month performance wise and Pep Guardiola being his best performance wise month, April. So that's a scary stat. We know what they were like on a run in to a title. Even before the season really got going, I remember Liverpool. There was a Liverpool fan tweet where they said, "I would rather be 4 points behind Arsenal than 4 points ahead of City," meaning that City's looking always catch up. Yeah, but it's now they're like 21 points off Arsenal, Liverpool. So eat it. But I was gonna say how scary it must be for both of our fan base, how real both of these scenarios could be.
Yeah, exactly.
Arsenal missing this title or Tottenham really going down. And the reason why I was going to compare it now because, I just mentioned the points and how it could end up being after the Manchester City Arsenal game. But I think I still believe that we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do still believe that it isn't in our hands unless we have some catastrophic losses. If we lose that City game and they win their game in hand, we would still be first on goal difference,
Right.
unless there's some catastrophic score lines, like I said. But
Ooh,
I
that
still believe
nasty
we could
little
do it
draw.
because we are still first.
Right.
So, with that being said, I feel like last season Tottenham was like they would go down and go down and go down, but then they never actually touched relegation,
No.
right?
Uh-huh.
But then that this time you were in that relegation spot before you even kicked the ball this weekend.
Yep.
So does that make it any realer?
Oh yeah, because you always think like, no, we can't drop, and then you see yourself in that zone, and you're like, whoa. Like, I mean, I think I've already accepted it a few weeks ago, where I'm like, okay, this is real. Like, we might be playing championship, and I've come to terms with it. I'm at the end of the day, I'm not gonna jump ship and go to watch a different team. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you know what? It happens. It happens. But it does get real when you see that, and you're like, damn, like, there's no way, like, this can get worse, and then it gets worse, and you're like, oh, well, it can't get any worse than this, and then it gets worse. So now I'm just hoping that it's one of those sparks that we need to be like, okay, like, we are in danger, like, let's we got to turn it up, and these last 6 games, like, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to win all the games, to
Yeah.
survive. So
I mean, it is
it's
now. It is.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. But he had said something. I was gonna resay everything you just said so that I can remember what I
yeah.
was gonna
So
say.
yeah, no, I just said that I feel like Arsenal can still win the league because we're still first. So until we go second, I feel like if we were to drop to second, I would feel like you know what, we might actually bottle this
Yeah,
one because it would be a.
I remember what I was gonna say.
So I was saying with Tottenham now actually being in the relegation zone, which never happened last season. Now that you're
I think,
actually in it, it's
yeah.
harder to actually get yourself out of it. If you're not in it, you could always like if
the
you
the
never
thing
dip
that
your foot in there.
the thing that I'm clinching onto, besides my butt cheeks, is uh the fact that West Ham is only 2 points ahead of us. If
Yeah,
it's I
that's
know
a
I
win
always
and a
bring up
loss away.
scenarios. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So even if they draw and then we win, we're even. I don't know what the goal differential is right now. If they lose and we win, we we trade spots like once
yeah,
again. And I think if we get one win, I feel like that's going to be that motivational spark that we need to say, okay, let's go get it. Especially if we beat Brighton next week. If we beat Brighton next week, I think that's one of the better teams that we have left on the schedule. And so that, like, I think
yeah.
that we go into Wolves more confident. I think we play Chelsea.
Yep, you play Chelsea at the Bridge.
Yeah. But besides them, we have Villa, Leeds, and Everton. I think we have a little tough schedule. I mean, look at Leeds; they
It's
just
tough.
beat Man United, but I feel like Man United went into that game ready to win, not ready to win, expecting to win. I should say. I think they came in a little lazy. They looked off. I don't think they were expecting Leeds to come out that way. So I think we're not going to underestimate Leeds because we're in no position to underestimate anybody, including Wolves. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping that if we beat Brighton, we come out, gives us a spark, and we're able to push either ahead of West Ham, or if West Ham gets past far as we get past whoever gets that third spot. I don't care. It could be whoever, at this point, as long as it's not us. If it is, oh well. But I want to be. I haven't lost hope. But I remember what I was gonna say.
yeah,
You're saying it's becoming very real, and I think it became very real for the both of us. And it's funny because um, after Arsenal lost, we lost, and then City won. Usually, like, if you guys would have won, it would have been all over Instagram. Oh, Tottenham's getting relegated. They're getting relegated. They're getting relegated. But once City won and Arsenal lost, it's like you guys were like, we don't have time for that banter.
yeah,
Like, we need to stick together. And the same thing with Tottenham. We're like, we're not making any bottle jokes because our shit's getting serious too. So
yeah. No, I
it's
know.
like it was very neutral, and I was like, oh, this. I thought there was gonna be a lot of trash talking, not even in our group chat, but also in like, random posts that come up, and I feel like everybody was like very quiet, like everyone's like anticipating something. We're all anxiously waiting in our own corner for our own results or to see where we end up in the end of the season.
But we'll
Lord,
see,
Lord, Lord.
man. I'm hoping Arteta has something up his sleeve that he could revert back to the style of play we were the last couple of years. I mean, what was it like? I don't remember, it was last season, the season before that. At the end of the season, we were beating teams. That we beat Chelsea 5-0. We beat City 5-1. I mean, I'm hoping for that kind of performance when it comes to Arsenal City game. If we win that game, I feel like that might be it. Even if it
Yeah,
means we're only 3 points ahead, I feel like that might be enough to carry us
but
on
that's the six
momentum.
pointer, right?
It is, and that's going to be the game of the season, and that's going to be at the weekend. You guys are going to be at
FanFest.
FanFest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
On Sunday, so I think we're gonna see most of it.
I'll send you
And then
guys champagne.
we'll have to catch a flight out, but I'm excited. I'm gonna I'm gonna sit there with my Tottenham shirt, just hate watching. Well, I can't see it in real life, but if we don't win on Saturday, then I'm not showing up for Sunday.
Oh man, but um, yeah. Again, all and to give Bournemouth credit too, they played one heck of a game against Arsenal, and on that note,
Areola
Areola is it official that
departing.
he's
Yeah, he's
parting
departing.
ways?
They put their official statement out, and they're like, "Thank you for everything."
Would
Um,
would he have been a better candidate, equal candidate for the Tottenham job as Deservy?
I think so. I think there were some issues, or I was screaming on the top of a mountain. What is it? 2 years ago or a year ago?
Yeah.
If you're gonna get rid of Ange, bring in um Areola. Even yeah, like midway last season, I was like, bring in Areola. Like, I like his style of football. It's Ange plus a better press. It's Ange plus better defensively. I feel like there was more strategy to him. He plays offensively, but I feel like there's more strategy to Areola. I, I don't. I wonder where he's going because he was very.
If he's
They were saying
leaving,
that
there's got to be something.
they were trying really hard to retain him, but he declined it. So I feel like he's trying to make a big move, a bigger step, somewhere where you're not losing your best players every
Yeah.
summer or
Yeah.
every winter. Where you're not being pulled apart and you still showing results. So I feel like he's gonna be a good manager. I wish we would have taken him instead of Thomas Frank, but yeah, what
Yeah.
do I know?
I think you would have been in a different situation right now,
Yeah.
uh, had he come instead of Thomas Frank.
I think the
Uh,
players that we had and everything would have been set up differently. We probably might have ended up with Semenyo. Who knows? Because
oh,
I think
true. Yeah.
he was more of a realistic target in the summer. I feel like we could have offered him some money in the summer. He would have came, but when you wait to the winter, where we're dog, trash, um, then he doesn't want to come. Like he's like, oh
Yeah.
no, I
Well,
got
yeah.
better options.
Ariella could have convinced him. He could have said,
Yeah,
You're a starter in this team. Want to come?"
yeah, right.
Um, yeah, I could have seen it. But yeah, I wonder, maybe Barcelona or Real Madrid are big teams that I feel
Mm.
like are looking for. Um,
Barcelona is funny because they have what's his name, Flick, and don't they usually have like Spanish speaking managers?
yeah,
And I feel like him being there, I know he's German, and he's a good manager, but there's always been talks about how he's defensively he gets a little bit, his tactics are a little left open. I feel like
yeah,
Ariola could take the Barcelona job, and
yeah. I could see it
that
too.
could elevate them.
He's from the same region,
Yeah.
around that area. Him and Arteta.
Yep.
So, um, you never know. I think that could be a real possibility. They need a little bit more consistency, composure. They were just knocked out of the Champions League today.
Yeah. By
So
Atletico.
Maybe it was already on the tables if the announcement was made was the last 2 days, yesterday.
That's true.
It could have been like, if we don't make it through, which is highly likely, get ready for the summer.
Yeah.
Um,
Shit. 'Cause I don't like I said, I don't see him going to a team anywhere in the Premier League where they're getting rid of their players. He was linked to Crystal Palace, and I feel like that's not even a
nah, that
step
would
up.
be barely
No offense.
lateral move. Yeah.
Yeah, no offense to to either team, but with a manager, like if might as well just stay at Bournemouth if that's what you're gonna do, But
Hmm.
um, so I think Barcelona actually sounds like a really good spot for him.
Yep. Um,
Barcelona.
but yeah, we'll see where it ends up. We'll keep a close eye on that one. Um,
Or if De Zerbi wants to step down, hey, you want to step up?
assistant manager, or maybe if he decides to go to Man U, this opening does become available.
Oh, I
No?
think people are getting tired of the Michael Carrick.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
another
saw some.
another loss this weekend.
Yeah,
Monday, red card to what's this little guy?
Lazar,
Lisandro
Lissandro.
Martinez, yeah, for
Uh,
pulling the hair of Calvert Lewin.
he did a little.
Barely. It was so soft, in
Yeah.
my opinion, but there was.
Oh,
It was weird because I don't think it was given originally, and then when they reviewed it, I think they gave it the red card. But I feel like that's one of those where, like, if they had given it and they had viewed it, they would have overturned it. So it's not a one for me. I feel like it goes against my idea of what VAR
yeah.
is and what it really is a red card. I feel like he went to grab the shirt, and I think the hair just got in the way, kind of deal.
It wasn't like Cucurella.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it was an odd one, but super
It was.
soft. I don't think the
I think he
football.
played it. I think he played it off too.
Yeah,
Calvert
well,
Lewin.
maybe. They were already down by the time they went.
Yeah.
And then they actually scored. So I don't know if they would have won the game if it was 11-11. Um, that's just my opinion. But
They looked like they were going to score at the end of the game, but at that point, I'm sure Leeds was just playing defense and like
setting up
let's see the
shop,
game
yeah,
out. Yeah, so
closing
it's
up
like
shop.
you can't really tell.
Yep, yep, but yep. Um, Now if we move to the other side of Manchester City went away to Chelsea, and Chelsea just,
Green.
just like, yeah, that's fine. What
Chelsea
kind of
won.
pride? This goes to show. I can't, I
I,
can't.
I, if I'm being honest, I don't think Chelsea lost on purpose. I
They-
just feel like this has been an ongoing trend for Chelsea.
Yes, but did you see? I. It's hard for me to comprehend this because Sanchez, the goalkeeper, he's not been the greatest goalkeeper at
No, he's
Chelsea.
been
He's not had a great
horrible.
season. But dude, some of these balls, he takes his hand away as they're coming. I was just like, someone investigate this guy. Like he literally, like the balls were just coming. He was like, oh, he's like, I'm not gonna make it, so I'm not even gonna stretch. I'm like, how do you give up like that? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was so mad. I was like, dude, you're not even trying. You're not
Look,
trying.
they lost to Everton and they lost to
You don't
somebody else.
you don't think that there's a chance, even if it's not like I'm not like a conspiracy theorist, but you don't think that there's a chance that they were like they gave this one away because Rossini decided to not play Enzo after the comments that he made about wanting to live in Madrid and honoring these Madrid
No,
players,
I think that was Liam Rozier, like his way of
getting control of
putting
the.
his foot, yeah, putting his
Yeah,
foot down, saying like, "Oh, I'm not a yes man. I do what I want. This
I
is
mean,
my club." But
it's kind of a admirable way to go about things. You know what I mean? Because it's like you do have to put your foot down. You do have to kind of like be that dominant presence. Say, I say, and then at the end of the day, he said that they were good now. Like he was gonna start the next game, but he's like, for this one, the punishment stands. But he's like, we're all good now, where everything's fine. But he's not playing. Anyway, it's like. You know what I mean? It's like they apologized, they shook hands and
yeah,
everything, but he stood by his decision to
exactly.
not
Like
play him.
I'm not gonna. You're not gonna sweet
Sweet
talk
talk
me
me?
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I still stand for it. I'm not gonna take both days. I'll take one. But
But but you really
because
don't think that they gave it up just because they're like,
no,
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 it's enough.
because they're fighting for European
'Cause
spot.
he's a sub captain in that team, isn't he? After Reece James, he's part of like the leadership group or whatever.
Well, if he's
Yes.
after Reece James, then he's permanent captain because Reece James is not finishing a season. But I don't know. I thought it was.
It's him, Cole Palmer, and I want to say like Kukurea maybe,
Oh gosh,
or yeah, I don't know.
maybe yeah. No, I think yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I was trying to
We'll
think
have
of who else
to,
is in that midfield, but
yeah,
who
we'll
plays the
have
10?
to. 10 Palmer.
I thought he was hurt.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when
Is he
he's in,
back?
he's just as
Oh
injury
yeah,
prone
right.
as Reece James recently. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't think they're trying to throw the towel in because they're fighting with Liverpool to get those final
Final CL spot.
yeah Champions League because you're I think let me see yeah they're outside of Europa. Liverpool's in Europa position. Oh no, they're in Europa because we got 5 right.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Mm.
I already know it's coming. But you got Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea's right outside, so they're looking at Champions or Europa League. And I don't think they're going to be happy with that. I think that they want champions, after winning the conference league, breezing through it. They're probably like, oh, we're better than this. We're better than Europa. We should be competing for Champions League. And that loss kind of, that's their third loss in a row. It's not looking, I mean, and then they got to play the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, no, they might as well go get relegated.
That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game. But
Battle off the bridge.
oh yeah, another London derby. A lot to play for, but um, yeah, I still think it's a little sketchy, but
You want to talk about sketchy?
yeah,
The Tottenham Sunderland game that was sketchy.
I have to say, I do think was it Broby,
Brody, yeah,
Brody, he deserved to be off that pitch. I
right.
think that was an intentional. I don't think his intention was to hurt anybody to the point that it ended, but I think there was no intention to play the ball.
No,
And in that sense, I think you're endangering an opponent's
right.
safety. Um, so I think that should have been, if not a red card, I think he was on a yellow already. I think it
He
should have
was
been
on
at
the
least the
yellow.
second yellow.
He should have gotten a yellow on his slide on his when he tackled Romero,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
no foul for that. So I get it. Okay, you get a warning, but then when you pull that, like you said, you're not playing the ball. You're basically just trying to create chaos, and maybe the ball slips out and you can score. But um, that like you said, it should have been a foul. You should have been sent off, and now we have a missing center back for the rest of the season. Who knows? Probably the
Yeah.
last game he played in for Tottenham.
So, yeah. And he came out crying. You could immediately sense. I was like, oh
He's like,
man, is
it's a
this a
World
World Cup
Cup.
thing?
Yeah, it's
But I also, I'm sure he feels like, there was 5 games left to play for, and he's like, well, now I can't even, you know,
yeah.
be there to captain the team to safety. So I'm sure in general that's a painful one, painful loss for Tottenham, painful loss for the Derby, and an unfortunate situation that I feel like wasn't handled correctly by the ref. Um,
I think and it wasn't just that incident. I mean, Van der Ven got booked for a soft foul, and I was like, okay, if that's gonna be a foul, cool. And then you had Odogi or Dogi. Um,
Udogi.
well, people say Odogi, and then other people say no, it's Odogi. He's Italian, but he had gotten a pass down the middle, and it was a similar tackle, And but on one end it's a yellow, and then on this end nothing, And then there was a question. There was one with, in the beginning. I think it was in the first 20 minutes, um, and it was light, so it was like okay, but what's his name? Kolu Moani. Someone had a high studs on his knees, and it wasn't a strong tackle, but since when isn't high studs called? Because it always gets called on us, you
That
know.
was,
So
yeah, that
so
was,
they let that go. Like I said, and then you had a pass to Moani, who they were originally called a penalty, and I was like, wow, here we are, week 32, we're gonna get our first penalty kick of the season.
yeah,
And then you look at the replay and you're like, okay, well, that's not a foul. But then you see the second defender come in and clean him out. Like he's 2-footed him. You know, you we if it was Romero, you know, they would have been called the foul on us. And it's like you said, you don't want to call conspiracy on, you know, Chelsea losing on purpose, but it's hard to see when there's so much evidence where you're like, I want to say maybe the refs aren't like, oh, we want to see time go down. Maybe they're probably just, you know, this unconscious bias where they're just like, oh, it's just Tottenham. You know, they're not that great anyways, you know? And and I don't like to complain about the refs, but it's been an awful season for us with the
yeah,
officiating. And I'm not saying that's the reason why we're at the bottom of the league, right? Because there's a lot, you know, 99% of it's on us. But that 1%, I feel like it's just shitting on us while we're down. Excuse my language, but it's kicking us while we're down. And it could be that little bit that can spark something in us, you know, like with the Arsenal, with that goal getting called back because of the push in the back. After that, we were complete this. There's no motivation. It drained motivation out of the squad. And
yeah,
then the following week, the same thing happens and nothing, we don't get called for it, you know? And it's like, how's it week by week? We never get, it's like they changed the rules so that we don't get, uh, so we get the shitty end of the stick, you know, on these calls. But it was, there was some improvements. The Zerby, like I said, he even came out and said, like, I'm not trying to, what they need is a mentor, someone to put their arm around. Basically, like I'm here to do that. You know, so that goes to show that the Zerby ball isn't being implemented fully. I'm sure he
yeah,
has his ideas that he's probably implementing right now, but it's not to the full extent of what I hope to see in the Premier League next season. You know,
yeah.
um,
So
but
not a big enough sample for you to say this is better. It was just kind of,
it looked better. Like the players looked like they were more after it. I don't know if he was playing with the formation or the personnel. Maybe not the formation, but the personnel within his formation. Especially with those second half subs, I don't understand why Polina came out. Um, it was Polina
I
and
mean, he's
Pat
old
Mandisar.
too. But I was gonna say I did like the front line. Who do you had? Richarlison, Solanke, and Kalawani, right?
Yeah, but
I thought it was good. It was attack minded. I feel like you had 3 point of reference you could, toss the ball up to. I feel like someone could do something. I think it was the right idea,
it
considering what
was
you have.
right, right.
I
But
know.
I think with Tao, we would have got a little bit more service in the middle. Instead of Richarlison on the left, I think we should have had either Richarlison
Yeah,
start and then Solanke come in. With Javi Simmons, he should have came in a little bit sooner.
yeah.
It's just because with Richarlison
He
on the
should have. Yeah.
left, Richarlison is better inside the box as a nine, waiting for the crosses and
He did play as a left wing at Everton before. I think
yeah.
he went to Tottenham. So I don't know. Maybe that was his. And I know it's hard to pick up a lineup with, I know Madison's has been out for basically the whole season. I know
Kulusevski,
Kudus has been out. I know Kulusevski's dead. Um,
he is. He's
so it's hard. So, but I thought it was a good idea. I mean, I feel like if I played FIFA, I feel like that's what I would do in a situation like that.
yeah, right. I put Colomani on the right all the time because he's so fast.
Yeah,
But I think he's not built for the physicality of the Prem.
yeah,
You can see him. He likes to flop a lot. Which I hate. I can't stand it. Javi Simmons used to do that. I think he's shied away from that now. I think he's learned his lesson where he's not going to get those calls he did in other leagues.
yeah,
Um, so he carries the ball better now. So I was surprised not to see him, maybe not in the starting lineup, but at least come in with 60th, 65th minute. He
yeah,
came in real late, but like I said, seeing Paulinho come in before him was weird, and I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, maybe he's tinkering with the personnel, seeing people's game speed because you don't see game speed in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see how they think and process in practice. Everything's a lot slower. Everything's more planned out. Once you're on the pitch, it's probably a lot different. Um, so I was like, maybe he's just figuring it out right now. He doesn't have a lot of games, but at some point you have to see what you have.
Yeah.
And then maybe if we were gonna sign Deserby, maybe we should have skipped the whole two-door experiment and should have gone straight for him. And then, but then Deserby's first game would have been against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Could have
But
gotten
we'll
something
see.
out of it. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. But now we can see Deserby back at Brighton.
Byron. Maybe he knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
I think it could only work in your favor. But yeah, some of the other games we saw Liverpool beat Fulham, and a rarity here. 2 goals to the good first half, and then game over. Crystal Palace beat Newcastle 2-1. And then another score that doesn't help Tottenham. Nottingham Forest drew against Aston Villa. Aston Villa was struggling again.
See, so with Forest, they are sitting with 33 points. So even if they lose next week and we win, we take them. We overpass them on goal differentials. So one win, we might even start talking about Europa or Conference League. You never
uh,
know.
Listen, we can't get you any more spots. All right, so you're gonna have to
Please,
do some work yourself. Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much all the games that we had last weekend. Brighton beat Burnley 2-0, Brentford Everton 2-2, and yeah,
Crystal over Newcastle, which we play Newcastle. No, we don't play Newcastle. Who plays Newcastle? Oh, you guys play Newcastle.
we play. No, we don't.
What?
We play City this weekend. The
No,
big one.
after City.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a tough one. City to go with
Yeah.
City and then Newcastle. Well, all right. Should we go on to next week's games?
Wait, we didn't talk about the rest of the games.
Oh, which one are we missing?
The champions.
Oh,
Randy, would
okay.
you like to or no,
Oh no, he doesn't.
no,
Whenever they
Randy.
lose, he's
Right?
not here.
Wow. He
Listen,
wants to escape the awful beating that PSG continues to give
no, they got
Liverpool.
mauled on aggregate.
Golly.
I will say this, man. Just like with Tottenham, like I'm all for the banter, but sometimes you see something, you're just like, I that's heartbreaking, even as a rival fan to see. And I only tuned into the second half of this game, PSG at Anfield. Liverpool were actually giving it a go. They
Are
were
they?
0-0, 52 minutes in when I tuned in, and it was all Liverpool. They were suffocating them. They were being pinned back. But the unfortunate side to that is that PSG, and if you remember the way they won the Champions League last season, they hit you on the counter, and they're very,
Yeah.
very, very effective on the counter. They have
Yeah.
fast players. Varazkelia, very technical. They have Dembele, who's super fast, great finishing. They have um,
Been
uh,
at
Due,
Oh
whatever his
yeah.
name is. Yeah, so um, fantastic players on the counter, and for them to be able to do that, they're gonna kill you. And that's exactly what happened, man. Liverpool was all over them. One counter, and they scored a goal. Game over. Liverpool continued. The Anfield crowd was there. They were chanting them on, and they were taking shots, getting deflected, and Salah was actually passing it, which is crazy in the box, but nothing. And then they scored the second, and it was already over at 3-0, but 4-0 aggregate. I felt bad because they really, really gave it all.
Yeah.
But sometimes you also do have to criticize them a little bit. I think Soboslai has been their best player this season by far. But sometimes I feel like he's a little bit too much of a hero.
Tries
and
too hard.
he gets a little too lazy sometimes because I feel like he feels like confidence. He feels he's got to take it on, and sometimes he makes a few mistakes um, that end up costing the team. But
That's
again,
kind of how I felt with Yamal watching the Barcelona Atleti game.
mm, that was a better game. I feel like I saw the highlights. And I'm like, oh, I should have watched
Yeah.
that.
Instead, you're watching Etekite get carried off the pitch.
Yeah, and on the carrier thing, it said Isaac was here.
But
But
yeah, knocked out again by PSG. I think PSG is going to play the winner of either Bayern or Real
yep,
tomorrow, and then Atletico Madrid plays the winner of the Arsenal or Sporting match.
correct. So
How do you feel about that?
um, first of all, I think it's nice to know that if Bayern do go on, and right now they're leading 2-1 against Real Madrid, that they got to take it back to the alliance. It's nice to know that at least these hard teams are getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Because then if we do make it to a final, it'll be either PSG or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, which I feel like is a worthy final opponent.
Okay.
But we don't have
Yeah,
to
the
face them till the end.
right, right, right.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm not saying we're gonna be there, but I'm just saying we have to beat Sporting first. It's a 1-0. We're not in our best form. Eze did do the conference, the press for this game, so I'm hoping that he's playing. So we'll see. Like I said, Ben White has been struggling a little bit. I'm hoping that the last few games you got a little bit of insight from the technical management, and he's been shown what I think it has to do a lot of with fitness because he's getting beat a lot. I know he's pacey. He's got long legs. He's a top player, so I'm hoping that we can. I'll take a 1-0 win. I'll take a 1-0 win. It's cool, calm,
Another one
collected. Listen, that's the thing
or
about
a nil
Arsenal.
nil.
I read a cool little uh, article that people are saying that there's a big disconnect right now between what the fans want or expect from Arsenal and what Arsenal are actually trying to do, which is why a lot of people are saying like, this Arsenal don't deserve to win, blah blah blah. I think if you win, you win. Um, but I think our build up play is very slow. We don't hit teams on the counter, so our football isn't back and forth. But I think that's the intention, is to not make it a back and forth game. I think the idea is to always control games, slow build up,
Deliberate.
tear teams down, get the goal, that set up shop a little bit. When you get possession, slowly bring it up the field, control the game. And I don't think teams want that. When you're sitting at a 0-0, when you're 1-0 down, I don't think that's what the fans want to see. They want to see you trying to go for the goal while Arteta's
Because
trying to get them to
it
just trust the process and just, the goal will
sometimes
come.
it comes off as a lack of urgency.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I totally get that. With the game with Bournemouth this weekend, it felt that way. It was like, go at it. Like, you know what I mean? And we got to go from a penalty, which I think was a penalty, but I think that's the disconnect. Is like, it doesn't look like there's an urgent want to win it, you know?
I think it's that plus it's been lacking results lately. Not results, like you obviously do get the results sometimes, right? Like you get the penalty, but it's almost like if we're playing this style of football, we should be seeing more fruits of our labor.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
like you said, a 1-0, a win is a win,
yeah, I
especially
mean,
this late in the season.
w-
Fitness is going out, not out the window, but fitness is questionable with some players. You got
yeah, it's the end of the
injuries.
season. We're not gonna see
You've
everyone.
60 games in already. Like
Yeah. So I would take a 1-0 win. But yeah, we're not beating teams like we were 5-0, 4-0, like we were the last couple seasons. But last couple seasons that didn't serve us anything. If
well,
you can beat Chelsea 5-0, City 5-1, you end up empty handed. What's the point, you know? Uh, so yeah, I'll take a 1-0 win. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, honestly, because
uh,
Sporting, they're a good
Sporting's
team. They're a good team.
they're scrappy. Yeah,
They,
like
they
what they
got
did with Bodo.
Yeah, exactly. They got beat. Was it 3-0 in the first leg?
Mm-hmm.
Then they went on to win 5-0. They didn't even need
5
five
no.
goals. They scored them anyway.
Yeah.
on a real pitch. Um, so yeah, I mean, the only positives I have is like I said, SA took the press conference. I'm hoping he's playing, and we're at home. Let's hope the crowd gets behind the team. We get an early goal, and then we just control the game. Hopefully, they'll be looking to play more open if they needed that goal. So hopefully, it opens up a little bit of space, and yeah. So
What
we'll
if
see.
how mad would you be? And I'm not trying to jinx anything, but how mad would you be if David Raya got injured? I'm not trying to bring it into existence, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it again. Like, what if David Raya got injured? Hey, that would
um. Yeah, it would suck. I think he deserves the Golden Glove again this season. I think he's been outstanding.
how nervous
Um.
would you be?
Yeah, Kepa has not done great in the last two games. I think he deserved to play the two games that he did. A lot of people were saying if um Ray had started against City in that final, maybe we would have won. But he played the whole competition. I think he deserved to play.
Mm,
Think you own up to your mistakes, and that's that.
yeah.
But that's why it makes me nervous. If he's not there, he's a notch above Kepa. So um, he's definitely the better goalkeeper.
So yeah,
Yeah,
let's hope he doesn't get injured.
yeah. Oh man, I was gonna say that for a Tottenham player, but I don't even know who's still healthy. I hope
It's
Deserby doesn't
they
get
beat you
injured.
to it, huh?
I hope Deserby doesn't
Deserby?
get injured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it would be a shame. But yeah, we'll see. Um, Bayern Real Madrid game is probably going to be the highlight of those two, so should be a good game. I'll probably have both on, one on my phone and then one on the TV. What do you think?
You
What
know
do
what
you
I
think?
realized?
Give me some predictions.
Let's see.
I
For
mean,
tomorrow,
chocolate. You made me nervous.
Bayern Munich, I think beats Real. To me, I think Bayern might take it all. Um,
They're a good team.
they are, and I feel like they've gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the physicality of that league. I feel like they have more leeway. So if it comes down to Arsenal and Bayern in the final, I don't think it's going to be the same as it was in the league phase of it when you
Hmm.
guys beat them. I do think they'll have,
Well,
like I said, if I have a healthier squad and but
I mean, we did have an injured squad at that point too. We beat them with Mikel Marino as a striker.
mm,
Gyökeres was still injured. Havertz was not back yet. Without Eze, without Odegaard,
okay, but if Joker isn't scoring penalties, he's
he didn't even play.
okay.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look,
So,
listen.
anyways, with Sporting is going to score twice tomorrow. So,
Okay, how
unfortunately,
many are we scoring?
Arsenal's
Wow, you jinxed. You reverse jinxed it.
because hopefully David Raya doesn't get injured in that game.
you know,
Hopefully,
because you always say Tottenham will win, and they have 1-0.
that's
So,
true.
but you're saying that we're gonna lose. So reverse jinx. So thank you.
Yeah, maybe they'll win, and David Raya won't get injured.
uh, but yeah, I think Bayern will make it through. They're at home. Real Madrid, they can always hurt you, but I don't think enough at this point. Neuer was a beast in the last game, and I think also Arsenal will make it through too. I think it'll also be a one game. Oh, sorry, one goal difference. I don't know what it will be, but one goal difference. Um, I think if we score first, I think we'll be good. I think if Sporting score and we're even, I think then it gets nervy. So
Oh,
if
you'll be
whatever the score
sweating all
is,
day.
oh
You'll be
yeah,
sweating until next Saturday
oh yeah,
or until Sunday.
yeah, then I won't show up.
We already know.
uh, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So
So
P
we're
could
gonna
be
get into
PSG. Uh,
PSG is a good
PSG.
team too.
Yeah. What was the other game? Oh yeah, Atletico Madrid, and then either Sporting Arsenal or Bayern Real Madrid. Those are good teams. Good
Mm-hmm.
teams. We'll see.
I think the Europa was a little bit funner, but hey, that's just my personal opinion.
um, let's see here. All right.
Oh, they scheduled City's game.
Oh, they did finally.
Yeah, so match week 33
All right.
kicks off April 18th this Saturday at FanFest in Tampa, Florida. Woo, woo, woo. It's gonna be hot. So we'll probably be there. Well, me and Randy will be there to watch these games. I keep saying in person, live. It's not live. It's on TV, but we'll be there with other. I'll be there with other miserable Tottenham supporters, and Randy will be there with other
Miserable.
miserable Liverpool
Yeah.
supporters, screaming "slot out." Except for him, apparently he
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
believe in that, but
Does he? I feel like I can never get a straight answer.
he's slot in until you bring up Javi Alonso. And he's
Okay.
like, well, I mean, if that's the case,
He's literally that meme of that guy just looking,
yeah,
with the
at
girl
the
Pat
girl,
walks by. Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna have to make that post it.
Um,
All right.
so this is an important match week, very important on two different levels, and
Wow.
it's scary.
I can only handle one. Hey, you want to go to the games?
Yeah. So Saturday, April 18th, we have Brentford hosting Fulham. I want Fulham to win this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fulham too.
Yeah, I want them to pick up steam so they start beating whoever's in front of them in the following up games that they have, because they have Villa, Arsenal,
Wow, wow.
Bournemouth, Wolves, and I don't know who the last one is, but so yeah, let's go Fulham. Then we have Leeds United, who just beat Manchester United, hosting the Wolverhampton Wanderers. I want the Wolves to go ahead and put a little bit of
Pressure?
uh, pressure on Leeds, pump the
They're
brakes a
only,
little bit on them.
yeah, they're only 6 points, so if you
It's
win and they
doable.
lose, it's 3 point gap.
Exactly. And then we don't have to leapfrog
Yeah.
them. We don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Now let's
I
go
can't wait
Wolves.
till the end of the season where I mean, regardless, whether we get relegated or we stay, it's just, at least now we know, you know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. And it's just, hey, you can't control it. You can't control it at this point anymore. So, I can't wait for the end of the season where it's not like sitting here worried each game week about what the future's going to look like. Then we got Newcastle hosting Bournemouth.
Good one. I'm gonna go Bournemouth. Newcastle
Yeah,
on
let's
a
go.
slippery slope.
Newcastle. I want them to pick up some steam too.
I mean, I want Newcastle to win too. F Bournemouth, but I think Bournemouth will win.
Then we have Tottenham, Brighton. We'll say that for later.
Okay.
Then we have Chelsea hosting Manchester United.
All right. Top four battle.
Yeah, I mean it should be, because that's what Chelsea needs to be doing right now. But and who knows, United might be in the spot where they can beat them. United Strand is not getting a haircut anytime soon, so
I
could be
mean,
the start of it.
yeah. I mean, if they win, they're gonna be 51 points. So still a while, still many points back. So yeah, maybe not a top four, but yeah, they could get into. No, still not even. Liverpool have to
Oh,
lose.
yeah,
Yeah, they're they should have
but I
won
mean
that.
it's a good start.
It goes to show how important that Manchester City Chelsea game was for Chelsea, and
Yeah,
they chose to.
so they didn't choose. I don't think they chose. So I mean, this is another one of those 6 pointers that we talk about.
Yeah.
Chelsea gains 3 points, and those are 3 points United can't. They lose in the lead. And then Sunday, April 19th, we have Austin Villa hosting Sunderland. Sorry, hope Villa crushes Sunderland. Did you hear those comments that the manager made?
No.
He was like, "Oh, we weren't too worried. It was
Uh,
Tottenham. But football's football. You never know."
wow.
And I was like, "Dude, you guys, first of all, you should have had Rashford on your side." And then you get scoring a lucky deflection, the
Yeah.
luckiest of deflections. I was like, don't give me that crap.
Yeah, that was a lucky goal.
Yeah. Then we have Everton hosting Liverpool. We'll get around to that. Nottingham Forest hosting Burnley. Burnley, do your thing, please,
Nah, they're gone already.
please.
They're gonna twerk.
Okay, well, they park themselves into a 1-0 victory. Hopefully, that's all we need. That's all I'm asking you. Clean sheet. Villa, what it was, they drew to Villa, so Forest drew to Villa, so I think Burnley can do it. Please. And then we have Manchester City hosting Arsenal. Highlight game of the week. So we'll get into that here in a bit. Monday.
Have heart palpitations.
It's gonna be. I don't know if I want to watch it. I'm gonna be nervous watching it. I feel like it's gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to jinx
See?
it by hate watching?
Because you're an Arsenal fan at heart, man.
Do I hate watch City and jinx City? No, wait. Yeah, hate watch City so that they get the reverse effect and beat Arsenal, or do I hate watch Arsenal and hope that City can win? Oh, we'll figure it out. Then April 20th, Monday, April 20th, we have Crystal Palace hosting West Ham. Crystal Palace, do your thing. Oh God, Wakanda forever. Uh, what's his name? Oliver Glasner. Come on, guy. Just rally the troops one more time. Go ahead, do your thing. Um,
All right, we'll see.
Brennan Mandy Johnson, do it for your old squad, buddy. Please.
He's like,
And then
wow, I could have been saving you guys
right.
right now.
He could have been on that right side.
Well, you
Dude
guys
was
let him
always where
go.
he needed to be.
You guys let him go, so he's gonna be like, "You're right, fine."
Yeah, I want him to show off like this could have been me. This could have been me on Tottenham. Then he scores and beats West Ham. Then Tuesday, April 21st, we have Brighton hosting Chelsea. So I guess these are the games in hand that they're trying to do, or is this the
No,
beginning
this
of?
is a whole match week.
Oh
There's
Lord!
a match day 34. Yeah,
Oh no, they don't. Oh, this is a new match day.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So they didn't schedule. Eek.
I think that was it. That was all the games.
Yeah, that's all the games. Why did I put them on this page? Okay, yeah, that was it. That was
All
it.
right, let's do predictions.
The part of the show that makes us look like liars.
Yeah. All right. I guess Tottenham's first. They play first and on Saturday, 12:30 Eastern, 10:30 Mountain, 9:30 Pacific.
I was gonna come out here wearing, not my Tottenham jerseys. I was gonna protest, but you know what? The time is not now to protest. The time now is to unite and get behind the team
Okay. You can still be
and be
realistic.
there when we host Brighton and beat them 2-0. De Zerbi
Oh,
brings down his former team. We kick off this redemption arc that we're gonna have, and we stay in the league, baby.
so you guys can't even win a game, but you say you're gonna get a clean sheet and win,
Yep.
not even a
I
draw.
mean, nope.
Okay.
3 points.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's football.
I mean,
What
I could see
happens?
something happening here because, like I said, he knows the Brighton system a little bit. Maybe not the players, but maybe he'll know what to do.
Brighton's gonna come out, underestimate us. We're gonna go out there, guns blazing. He's gonna be like, you know what? This is what I saw. I reviewed the tape from kickoff to 90 plus, whatever. I saw what I saw. I know what I gotta do. Here's what we're gonna implement, and it's gonna show. Please, please, we deserve this. Get it? We deserve you this.
All right. Then we'll move on to Sunday. This is Randy's game. And it's
Ooh,
the
Merseyside
Merseyside
Derby.
Derby. Yeah, Everton at home in their new stadium hosting Liverpool. This is the first time in their stadium, right? Hosting
Yeah,
Merseyside Derby.
yeah.
Yeah. So this one's on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern. What is that 7 a.m. Mountain, 6 a.m. Pacific? Man, sheesh. All right. And then Randy's prediction is that Everton will score 1 and Liverpool 2.
Ooh.
He's confident after getting Bollywop. Just because we Fulham.
He's confident for no striker.
Yep, their best one at that. But all right, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna watch
I'll
that
go.
one just to get the
I
nerves
think
out
it's
a
gonna be
little
a
bit.
1-1.
Yeah, me too. 1-1. That actually sounds very realistic, unlike your other prediction. All right, and
Wait
then
till you hear this next one, then.
Yeah, I don't even want to. All right, so then we have the highlight game of the week, a possible title deciding game.
Ooh.
Etihad is the location. 11:30 a.m. Eastern, with a 9:30 Mountain, 8:30 Pacific is time. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola against Arteta's Arsenal. Champions to be on either side. Who will win this game?
Ooh, you know what? Let's go with Randy's prediction first.
Okay, so Randy
Uh,
said, let me see, of the
2
Arsenal. I
nil.
can't, uh, couldn't read. So he said Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. And that is why he will never win anything ever again. Because his predictions are terrible, obviously.
Who's
So
even in the lead?
I think I am
Oh
still.
gosh. Hey, why is
Um,
the trophy back there?
oh, yeah, it's back here. So, yeah, it's
Wow.
here somewhere.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. Oh, it's
Uh,
hidden.
Yeah, I'll dust it off. Don't worry. I'm lifting it again anyway. So, um, all right. So, what's your prediction? I'll go last.
My prediction, right? It's gonna come off. This is gonna be a 0-0 scoreline up until maybe halftime,
Okay.
and then City's gonna put one in, and then
They run it.
Arsenal is gonna do their thing, and they're gonna score one, and it's like, ooh, we just need one more, and it looks positive. And then it's gonna be some menu to O'Reilly into the back of the net with a header, and
I
City
think
can
O'Reilly
go
got
on.
injured last game, but I don't know if he's fit.
It's gonna be Turkey to Semenyo to the back of the net. City win 2-1, and they ride off into the sunset with the title after Arsenal lose to Sporting.
Oh
No
wow!
quadruple, no triple, no
Single.
double, no single, nothing.
All right. All right.
Sorry. Sorry. You know what I hate?
What?
That if we don't get relegated and if you guys bottle the league, I'm going to be so mad because I was so worried about getting relegated that I couldn't talk smack, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it was perfect. It was like a perfect opportunity, but I won't be able to
I feel
because,
like it's gonna come down to the last day, the relegation battle. So that last spot, I feel like it's gonna come down to the last day.
yeah,
That's a lot of suffering.
it is. But I'm saying, like, if we survive, it's like, man, the whole opportunity to talk smack is gone because
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be gone regardless because we're not in a position to talk crap, you know. But still, but if you do guys bottle it, it's gonna be a whole lot of
Yeah.
banter coming. That so I saw that. I know we're towards the end already. We're probably over like 3 hours, but Arteta, there was talks about giving Arteta a
Contract.
contract
Yeah.
before
Renew.
the end of the season. But there's a lot of people upset, Arsenal fans that were upset about this. They're like, you got to go win something first, and then we'll talk contracts. What's your take on that?
I agree. I think he's got to. It's not like he's running out, so I don't think they should renew him until he delivers something. You know. I know the Champions League is a far reach, so like all this like quadruple talk came from other fans. So Arsenal fans were never saying that we were going to win everything. Um,
Right.
like I said, the Champions League is probably the least likely trophy that there was this season. We thought we could give it a go for sure, because considering how far we got last season, and we improved the squad. Um, so yeah, like I said, I think he's got the Premier League or the Champions League left, and I think the Premier League is probably the most reasonable
Attainable.
thing. So if he bottles it, like I don't know, maybe just let him see out his contract, but I don't think he should be renewed until he can deliver something. I do trust his work. It's obviously paid off, as we mentioned in the last episode, but I think it's okay to put a little pressure on him too, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you guys do sack him, there is managers as a big Arsenal fan.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I would love to see him at Arsenal.
That's all right. Just
Oh
Xavi
man,
Alonso
I
is
would pay money
basically
to see that.
it's basically I know Randy's gonna hate this one because
Yeah,
Xavi Alonso he's signing right now. He's
he
ready to
just screamed
come.
out, "Slot out!"
But yeah, so I'm gonna go against everything that I feel inside. And I'm gonna
Uh oh.
say that because this game has become so big, I feel like I'm gonna go with what I feel is gonna happen, which is against what I wanna say. And it's gonna be a very anticlimactic 0-0.
What? A
I think
draw?
I think it's gonna be 0-0. It's gonna be super weird. I think there's gonna be a lot of tension, but I think neither team is gonna get what they want out of this. Um, and I think it's gonna end up a 0-0 draw.
Do you think a draw saves you?
I think a draw keeps things the same, and I think it only takes away time from City. Um, so yeah, I think it buys us time to get some players back, get Odegaard back, um, maybe get Saka back, get Eze a little more fit. So I think it doesn't buy us time. I think it takes time away from City, and I think they'll feel a little bit more pressure. I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. I was gonna say 3-1 to the Arsenal, and I feel like something was gonna happen where we're gonna like overtake. But I'm gonna say I feel like something anticlimactic is gonna happen, and I don't want to say that we're gonna lose this game. I don't want to say that we're gonna draw this game, but I feel like that's just gonna happen. 0-0. Sign it.
Wonder how that's going to play out because I feel like there's a
No one's
City has
considering a draw as a
no.
possible result. I feel like everyone's saying one team's gonna win it.
I think City they've had one too many draws that I feel like
What's
at
one
least
more?
two of those wins they it would have been breathing down your neck. I
Yeah,
mean, technically you're welcome because we always do our thing against City.
yeah. We need you in the league.
And
Don't worry. We want
exactly. So,
you take points from them, you give them to us.
see, but they couldn't even beat West Ham. Can't do
That's
us any
all right.
favors.
I feel like the last
But
game that we played against them and we lost in the final was not one we were out of form. But I feel like we have a better defense and they have an attack. And I feel like we're gonna frustrate them. But I don't think we'll have enough to hurt them maybe with the injuries. So I think 0-0. Sticking by it. Unless
no. I'm just looking at their following matches after you. Um, they play Burnley, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, and Austin Villa. It'd be interesting. If you get a draw, it's gonna be very interesting because they'll essentially have to win every single game.
yeah.
When is the Crystal Palace game? Did you already play it?
I think they have to make that up, but I don't think it's scheduled yet because they're still playing FA Cup, I think.
No, it's. I guess they already played it because they play Arsenal, Burnley, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Austin Villa. That's their sixth game. So yeah, they must have played it. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I wonder what a draw would do. Because you're right, I wasn't really considering a draw because I don't want to consider a draw. I
I
want
don't
this
think
to be
anyone's
a flat
considering it.
out victory on Man City's part.
I'll consider it.
Then you have Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley. Why is everybody playing Burnley at the end of the season? What the heck?
Listen, if we beat them, if we beat City, we'll let West Ham win.
Deal.
Huh?
Deal. Oh, and then you guys play Crystal Palace at the end of the season. Oh, Brandon Manage Johnson, you got to do your thing one more time.
So
Oh, and then we have Leeds and West Ham at the last game of the season.
toughies, toughies.
Imagine that's.
All
I
six
hope it
pointers.
comes. I hope that comes out to the end of the season where we're safe, and then it's West Ham versus Leeds to whoever stays in. That would be exciting for all of us, right?
I mean, I feel like it's gonna come down to the end. Everything, the title, the relegation last spot. I think it's all gonna come down. It's gonna be a lot of suffering for both of us. For Liverpool, no, because they're not gonna end up anywhere. But
If you guys lose to West Ham, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Oh gosh.
I feel like if we lose the title before that West Ham game, we're gonna do one in return. Remember when you lost against City to give them the title?
We didn't lose.
So just remember, karma is a B. All right.
All right, and that is an episode. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Rivals on the Pitch. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll cover match week 34, 3, and then preview 34. See what these races look like. Race at the bottom, race at the top. How things are shaping up. How well Tottenham are doing, and then how poorly Arsenal are doing. Hopefully it's not the other way around. And then we'll check up on Randy to see how his Liverpool are doing without a striker. Make sure you hit that share button on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and TikTok. I think that's it. Oh, and if you're going to be in FanFest, let us know. We'll be out there as well. And yeah, that's it, right?
That's it.
All right. So all the Tottenham fans out there, hold on to your seats. It's going to be the last 6 games of the season. We will make it through this regardless of what happens. Stay strong. We'll weather the storm. I'm Alan.
I'm Pat.
Do you have anything else?
Come on, Arsenal. We got this.
Go.